Hey there, everyone here in Spokane. Just wanted to give you a quick market update as to what things are happening on the market. I know most of you have started to hear that there's a shift in the market. We got a couple things going for us. We are headed into the fall months, so people are going back to school, getting settled in their jobs. Over the next few months, actually the next several months, as we're headed into November, December, and January, the holiday months are upon us, and we do see a slight seasonal change in our market every year. So a couple things that I wanted to talk about. Nationally, we are seeing some trends change as far as the market is concerned. Seattle, Dallas, New York, some of the big markets that we follow trend and in suit over time are making some changes as well. So we can expect as a Spokane market a slight change here. Now, when I talk about a slight change, what I'm really saying is that we are, and we have been, in a seller's market over the last 4-5 years, and we've just been steadily increasing as far as prices are concerned. Home values have continued to rise over the last several years. As we're headed into these months, we don't want to get too worried about a market that's starting to extend a bit, meaning the days on market are a little bit longer. The prices that you're going to see as those homes stay on the market just a smidge longer, you're going to find that there are some more motivated sellers that are willing to go ahead and do a price drop on their properties. So we're expecting to see more price drops, longer days on market, and especially pair that with the seasonal market moving into this time of year, we're going to see a lot more of that as well. So just to give you some good hard facts as to where we are compared to maybe where we were 2 years ago, like I said, we are still very much in a seller's market. We have the homes for sale compared that are on the market right now, we're actually down another 0.2% of homes compared to 2 years ago, or compared to last month, sorry about that, and 24.9% compared to last year. So we're even 25%, nearly 25% lower number of homes on the market even from last year. So the homes that have closed in August, we've closed 969 homes just in August, and that's actually down compared to last month, which, as we're headed into this time of year, is not so shocking. 5% compared to last year, 0.5% compared to last year. So if you're going to take this market today, bring it back a year ago, we're very much keeping in tune with what was happening last year. We're just down about 0.5%. So not even a full percent difference from last year to this year. So all the talk about this stagnant market that's coming, we'll see as time continues to go on. But right now we're staying very, very close to where we were last year. Home prices, homes placed under contract in August 2018 was 857 units. And that's only about 1.7% down from last month and 1.5% compared to last year. So we are seeing a little bit less actually sold this last year. I think that has a lot to do with inventory, wouldn't you? So if this August we have 1,600 homes on the market, and compared to last year, 25% more, there's a lot less opportunity for buying, which I think has decreased that bottom line of how many have actually sold. If you don't have homes on the market, it sure is hard to buy a home. So just keeping that in mind as we're heading into this area. Price per square foot has continued to go up. Right now we are sitting, let's see, about $124 on average a square foot. And that is still up from last year, 13.8%. So still really, really good. The investment is paying off. It looks like as far as our days on market, we are starting to see a little bit of a change. But if you just compare it to last month, we're still seeing, just last month, there were 35 days on market is the average. And we're down 5.4% from last month. And from last year, it's actually down 20.5%. So last year we were talking about, oh man, there's this really great market and we're just headed into everything is selling so quickly. If you look just a year ago to now, we're actually selling 20% faster than we were a year ago. So is the market still a seller's market? Absolutely. Are homes still selling? Absolutely. Average days on market is 35 days in Spokane County as a whole. The next thing that's really important is to be looking at, when the property is put on the market versus what it actually sells for. And we're seeing that across the county is still 99% of asking price. So if you're planning to list or sell, right now is a great time. We're still expecting those prices to be really similar to what you listed at. So make sure you get a good professional that understands the market well and knows what things are selling for and gives you a realistic price. As we go into these months, it's really, really important to see that you price your property very, very competitively because the days on market do stretch in the wintertime. Next thing that I was going to share with you are average prices across the board compared to what's actually sold. So sellers put their homes on the market, and the average price that people are listing their house for is $377. The average price that's being listed is $377,000, and that's up 17% over last year. So sellers have been very, very confident that this market's been strong. They've continued to raise their prices, and those prices are rising very, very, very quickly over time. And if you're making 17% on your income or 17% on your investment, that is a very great investment. So real estate over the course, sellers are pretty confident about it. Interesting to see that actually sellers that have sold their properties, it's only up about 11.2% compared to last year. So sellers are listing up here and buyers are still buying it down here. So make sure when you're listing your property, again, you're meeting with that professional that knows the market well. If they price you right, you should be able to sell within that 1% of your asking price. So just get that professional opinion on those prices. We've been talking about being in a seller's market now for the last several years, 3-4 years of being in a seller's market. An average market means that we have 6 months of inventory on the market. And what we're seeing in the Spokane area is that we are still just shy of 2 months of inventory. So we talk about being in a place where more homes are coming on the market now than are selling, and that is true. So the inventory is going to creep up, but we're so far below the normal market that it's going to take us a while to get to a normal market. So still great opportunity to sell. All you sellers out there that are looking to sell this year, we're still in a seller's market. We're getting 99% on average versus asking price, which is great. And as long as you're getting marketed well, you should expect to sell anywhere, on average, about 35 days on market. So again, really, really great time to buy. As we go into these few months going over winter, expect that these will change slightly and that the days on market should extend slightly. And if you price well, it should sell quickly. If you don't price well, expect to do a price reduction to get your property sold. Any other questions that you want to send over to me, feel free. This is Rose Odell, and I'm working with the master's team at 4 Degrees Real Estate Group. We'd love to be some professionals that help you figure out about your home and what it could sell for. So feel free to hit me up and ask questions. Thank you.